Brandon I. Brooks with Los Angeles Sentinel Newspaper, also LASTV Newspaper. My pleasure today to be sitting here with Tip Harris, aka T.I., and I appreciate sitting down with you. So we're here, let's jump right on into it.
Okay.
Here to talk about the movie Identity Thief, starring you, co-starring you,
yes.
Jason Bateman, starring Melissa McCarthy.
Yes.
But I was very, happy to hear you were starring in this movie when I saw some of the trailers, and I was like, man, this is a different project for T.I. So why don't you tell me how you got involved in this, and tell me a little about the kid and the movie first.
My manager, Brian Sharon, Category 5 Entertainment, he, myself, and Scott Stuber, one of the producers, we've been sitting down, just over time, just trying to find the, the right moment.
Yeah.
Where we could, plug me into one of his many, many, many projects. Okay. And this was the one that seemed most appropriate, timing-wise.
Yeah.
And I think that after I read the script and heard that, Jason Bateman and Melissa McCarthy was attached, to me that kind of solidified the opportunity as being, just of elite proportions. You know what I mean? So from there, man, it was about meeting with Seth, the director, understanding his vision. And, when I sat down with him, I said, hey, man.
Did you read for the part, or was it open, or was it, were you tailor-made for it?
I did an interview. I did not necessarily read for the part. I did an interview. But when I sat down with him, I said, hey, man, one of your latest pieces of work and one of my favorite movies is Horrible Bosses. Is this going to be better than that? He said, oh, yeah, this is going to be better. I said, well, I'm in. Let's go, So from then on, man, I dove in, and we've been just, putting everything in order.
I've been privileged to see the movie, and it was very, very hilarious. I was very entertained by it, and you, my brother, were very, very good in it, and you delivered a lot of, I think, some of the bigger lines in the movie to really bring it home, including a lot of the drama that the movie needed. So tell me about that, because you stepped outside of the, or maybe not for you, your box, or at least the way that people see you is a normal role for T.I. So tell me about this comedic acting. I mean, is this something that we can see more of?
I mean, aside from just, people just seeing me as this hardcore, criminal, gangster, rapper type of guy that I used to be, I mean, man, when you come from the elements that I come from, a lot of the times in order to take your mind off the circumstances, you have to exercise, some comedic delivery of some sort. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we know we all entertained by you, but it was good to see you on screen. And like I said, you were delivering some of those lines that had me in the theater literally laughing, almost crying. So it was good. It was good.
Man, thank you, bro. I mean, I just really like to shock the hell out of people.
Yeah.
Because I feel like even unconsciously done sometimes, people just create boxes for us. Where they feel like they're comfortable seeing us, or where they feel like they can estimate our contributions. Okay, T.I., okay, let's put him in a gangster, somebody with a gun, you know what I'm saying?
It still puts you a little bit in that role, but you had to flip it.
Exactly, so I have to take what they give me and then do the best I can to turn it on top of his head, you know? And I just, man, enjoy shocking the hell out of people, man. I know no one really expects me to really show up and be funny.
Oh yeah,
so
how was the experience on set when you were really going through the process? How was the filming with Jason Bateman, Melissa McCarthy, and working with these folks?
Awesome, man. Just as an actor, you get to learn so much. Jason, especially, he's just a bed of wisdom when it comes to the to filming. You can tell he's been groomed as a child, and brought up in this industry. And he's always on stage. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you had a camera to follow him around, he probably makes the people laugh at the drive-thru. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I mean, I really did appreciate it. And Melissa, for both of them to be such gigantic stars and have so many accolades, they're so down to earth and just so humble. Yeah. And it's just, refreshing.
Okay. I'll close it with the film questions with this. What was one of your more memorable points shooting the film, or maybe one of your more memorable scenes for T.I. that stood out to you in this process that you kind of would take home with you from this movie experience?
I mean, man, I enjoyed the one scene that Genesis and Genesis Rodriguez, who is you know, my counterpart in the movie, and all of our scenes are together. The scene that we had with Melissa and Jason in the elevator, I think there was some outtakes that didn't make it into the film, but we had an exchange.
Oh yeah.
You know, that was a very memorable moment for me. Also, me and Genesis with the gentleman Big Chuck. That scene was a funny when the trunk, you know what I'm saying, getting shot and put in the trunk. You know, that was an enjoyable moment as well.
Okay. Let's switch gears just slightly a little bit. You're doing a lot of big things, as you always are, and I really love the growth of Tip Harris as an actor, as a producer, all the above. You're touching a little bit of every part of the industry. As you came in as a trap star, an executive rap star. Tell us about your music. You just dropped the album Trouble Man, a lot of things going on. Tell us about that experience and how that's going.
Yeah, Trouble Man Happy is the head in stores right now, and I really do appreciate the warm reception it has received.
Good album.
Thank you so much. And you know, I just put a lot of my life and a lot of myself into this particular project.
A lot of aggression on this one.
I mean, it was just, you know, I just felt like I had been misinterpreted so much in the past few years. And people really misconstrued my position. So I just wanted to gain some clarity. You know, so this is like a moment of clarity for me, just for me to, you know, because when people listen to my music, that is their time to just, for me to be uninterrupted.
Okay.
You know, so I just took advantage of that, man. And the next single is Hello featuring CeeLo Green.
Okay.
And I'm looking forward to introducing that to the rest of the world, looking forward to shooting a video for it. And finishing the film that we already started with, Trap Back Jump in the video.
Okay. So it's still more to come with that.
Yeah.
So I thought there was a.
I'm gonna put like about 5 or 6 more of those types of records together to make a Streets is Watching type of a film.
How involved are you with the writing, the scripting of that? Are you you know, because that was my next question, directing, producing. Where's T.I. going next? You just seem to not be limiting yourself.
Well, myself, I had the pleasure of, you know, the director Clifton Bell, myself, and also a good partner of mine, Omar Epps.
Yes.
He also chimed in, and we all collectively just kind of came up with a storyline that we built inside of this world that we imagined would exist for T.I. if T.I. never made it to be T.I.
Okay.
So the challenges, the conflicts, the relationships that exist now, would they still exist? If they did exist, how would they exist? What would they, you know, how would the dynamics change?
Yes.
Where would my focus lie? You know, am I still a rapper? Can I rap? Do I choose not to do it for certain reasons or another?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do these worlds bleed together?
Yeah.
You know, all those types of, you know what I'm saying? And so we're excited about it, but we're having, you know, just a challenging time trying to, you know what I'm saying, just keep it all collectively together.
Yeah, I mean, it's because, like I said, but that's the positive things. Like I said, T.I., I think Tip Harris is you're an example for the industry about how artists can grow. And I think, like you said, you're challenging yourself, and people have to be open to that. Just a few more questions. Let's talk about T.I. the Family Man briefly. I mean, we obviously know we all get a brief kind of glimpse.
T.I. the Family Man.
You know, but we're getting used to seeing you on. But tell me about that experience, and is that really the reality of T.I., or is it a glimpse? Because, you know, reality television isn't always so reality, as they say.
It is reality in that environment. It is reality in that environment, because if you think about it, when you watch The Family Hustle, most of this is done in my kitchen and in my house, you know, before I have begun my day.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm getting up fresh out of bed and coming into the kitchen, seeing what the rest of the house is up to.
Yeah.
Yes, that is my reality. And in those circumstances, in that environment, that is who I am. However, once I, you know what I'm saying, get dressed for the day, get in my car, and go out there into the world, I got my game face on, because my environment now is changing. Yeah. And, you know, for people to think that to see me on Family Hustle, or to hear my music, or to see me in a film, and I'm supposed to be just that way, that's for me to be one-dimensional. So if you just a one-dimensional cat who can only do one thing and who can only behave one way, then I'm going to disappoint you every time because I pride myself on being diverse.
Yeah, okay. Talk about your family. I mean, your family's growing up in front of our face, and we see your son wanting to rap and your daughter's doing. So tell us about some endeavors they have going, because I know you're not going to stop, coaching them and allowing them to spread their wings.
Well, I want to support their passion. Whatever their true passion is, I want to try and find a way to support it, as long as the proper effort and energy and dedication is contributed by them to make it a reality. I don't want to give them anything they don't deserve. However, I just want to make sure that that the stage is set for them at any moment.
What motivates T.I.?
Life. Life is my motivation.
What is one of the bigger challenges you faced along this journey thus far?
Probably overcoming my history and my reputation, the things I've living down the things I've done in the past. Yeah. Letting the man I am today speak for me louder than the man I was yesterday does.
All right. And because you, as I said, spreading your wings and continuing to grow, are there some other things that you're thinking about, or some things that we don't even have any idea about that T.I. is saying, look out for this,
Yeah, well, there's some irons in the fire on a lot of different spaces, man. Nothing that I can really speak of right now.
We can't get the exclusive. We can't.
See, you call it exclusive. I call it premature.
Hey, all right, I like that. I like that. Okay. Well, let's gear back to the movie because, like I said, this was a great project, movie, and tell us a little bit more about the movie and the base, because I've seen it, but tell us about the character. What is the story about? Identity. What can people expect when they go see this movie, and why should they go see it? Maybe that's a better question.
Well, I think it's a comedy. It's a laugh-out-loud comedy, man, that has real heart, and that it gives the viewer a view inside a world that some things that may have happened to them.
And it is a side of identity theft, identity thieves. It shows you what it, I mean, it was a comedic spin on it, but you're correct in that.
Yeah, it just gives them, a very, very common, a very, very a relevant issue.
That we all can relate to, yeah.
And people can actually see it, laugh at it, and observe you get to see the person who has their identity stolen, what they're going through, the challenges they face, someone who actually steals identities, their motivations, their triumphs and troubles. And then you also just see you get to relate to so many different people in so many different ways from all walks of life, man. And I just think, man, it got a lot of heart to it, got a lot of character, a lot of layers. And if you enjoy movies, you know what I'm saying, I think you'll enjoy this one.
Okay, how about touring? Is T.I. be hitting the stage, or should we see you in Los Angeles, anywhere near us anytime soon?
Actually, I'm doing a show in Los Angeles, I think, on Valentine's Day.
Okay, so I got front row tickets. We'll talk about that.
We can, all things can be worked on.
No, that's awesome. Well, we wish you the best of luck in all your endeavors, and we're looking forward to seeing you in this film, and I urge everyone to see it, Identity Thief, starring Jason Bateman and Vanessa McCarthy, co-starring T.I. And we're looking more from you, so keep us posted, and we look forward to seeing a lot more from you too.
All right, brother.